What up? What up?
Ooh, what's popping?
None, man. Dude, I feel like we did a podcast already.
We did like 3 of them. I'm tired. My body's weary,
right? Happy 420, everybody.
Yeah, bro, right? Yeah, I'm starting to think you pushed this back on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose, man, but
420.
In retrospect, yeah, I should have pushed it back.
It worked out, right? Yeah.
It absolutely did. Welcome back, everybody, to the Common Footman Podcast. He's Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, and talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. For 420, what are we drinking today?
Yeah, we got a little some popping. It's I'm trying to think of what I want to call this, bro. I think it's technically it's sort of like a Tom Collins, but I'm gonna call it a Rosemary Collins, a CFP Rosemary Collins.
Okay.
So we did. Y'all know Sean got the rosemary bush in his house. You know,
shit's growing.
Yeah, it's flavored a little extra with the dog pee. We
don't wash it.
But we got it's a shot of vodka. We did half a shot or half ounce, I guess, of rosemary simple syrup. So if you haven't done that, it's just put water and a ton of sugar inside of a sauce pot, basically let it boil, and then with the rosemary in it, and that's how you make the rosemary simple syrup.
When you say a ton of sugar, how much?
Bro, I'm talking like cup.
Yeah?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Like to get it syrupy. Like I do just a little bit less than that because I don't want it to be like too sweet. But technically, you're supposed to do like a cup, dude. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio almost, bro. Like you're supposed to make
a cup of water to a cup of sugar?
a cup of sugar. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you're supposed to let it boil and stir it, and it gets like thick.
Gets thick, yeah.
But I leave mine like a little bit watery. I don't like it too sweet, and then you got to leave the rosemary in it. So that's how you sort of do that. And then so the rosemary.
You can
vodka,
buy it too, right?
Yeah, you can buy it. It's hard to find. I think Amazon, you might be able to track it down, or like Total Wine. I think for us would be the other spot you could probably find it.
Yep.
But that, and we did a half a lemon. So squeeze half a lemon, and then half ounce of the rosemary simple syrup, a shot of vodka, shake it. So you put it in a shaker, shake it up, pour it in a highball glass, and then top it off with seltzer. But I used the Pellegrino. That's the pomegranate and cherry.
There's some dudes out there going like, nah, bro, you lost.
We gonna write it down. Yeah, I know we lost y'all. Just do seltzer water. But this shit slaps. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's real good, man. And then we got to be extra. When y'all see the picture's gonna be a little extreme, but we garnished it with the rosemary, of course, and then lemon. And I think in the picture we got a cherry on that bitch too.
Yep.
Yeah, It looks real professional, man. I'm gonna need y'all to hit some likes on the photo just because we went all out.
It was the first drink we made. We're like, let's go ahead and get the picture.
Yeah, we can get the picture. It was so pretty, and then I gave up on making them like that for the rest of the.
You got real lazy after that.
I half-assed the rest of them. I'm like, all right, but this shit's good. I've also had way too many of these. So this podcast is either going to be awful or
one of the best.
Or one of the best ones we've ever done.
Yeah, man, while we're talking here, man, like I said, happy 420 to everybody.
Yeah.
I think my carbon footprint is going to go out to a couple students in Cornell University.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, man. So these dudes... they actually did a study and they analyzed some data from the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services for all 50 states.
Okay.
From years 2011 to 2019. Okay. And what they found was there was a real big decline in the volume of prescription drugs for things like for drugs targeting pain, depression, anxiety, sleep, and psychosis and seizures.
Wow.
In only the states that approve marijuana for recreational use.
Ooh, that's insane.
I was like, wow, man, like that just go. I mean, listen, let's be clear, right? There's a lot of people that smoke marijuana for just because they just like it, right?
Yeah.
But there's obviously a big
I got
community.
glaucoma. In case you were wondering.
I was going to ask you what's wrong with your eyes. But there's clearly like medical uses for this thing. And it helps people with, like I said, and I know people personally that it helps with like pain. And so I thought it was really interesting. And so it's like there's 37 states plus Washington D.C. That currently permit recreational marijuana. But it actually, the reduction in the prescription drugs actually there's like a significant cost savings to the state Medicaid programs.
Oh, right, yeah, because you're
so like
paying
these
for
like unintended consequences, right? Like,
that's interesting, dude. How much of that do you think is due to, and it really doesn't matter how you get there, right? But I wonder how much of that is just the I don't want to say lack of stress, but sort of the being able to cope with stress better if you do smoke marijuana. Like maybe it isn't necessarily a medical benefit, but the placebo effect of I feel more relaxed, I'm chill, I can sort of zone out or whatever.
But do you think that's a placebo effect, bro? I don't think it is.
Not necessarily the placebo, but I think if you do that, right, then if you're less stressed, does it then trigger, like, does it trigger less things. Seizures? Does it trigger less, you know, that like how many of our diseases, dude, are self-inflicted due to stress, right? Like I forget, like there's all these studies where like we constantly go into fight or flight mode all the time, and we're not designed to do that.
Right, so we have that constant cortisol drip.
Exactly. So that cortisol drip, like, does the smoking marijuana sort of give you this false feeling of like everything's cool, everything's fine? Like, what are you talking about?
Actually, it's
like,
not a false feeling, right?
Everything is fine. It just gives you perspective.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, like I wonder, like, you know, like I'd be curious to see if they ever do a study of like, no, the weed helped like physically change that, or was it that the weed helped you change this, so then because you got rid of this stress level, then your body was able to sort of adjust better to the sort of environment that I'd be really curious to see if it's true. That, because I feel like so much of our diseases are self-inflicted, like obviously the stuff that you eat, but I mean just mentally, like the like you said, the cortisol, the constant like cortisol hit of we're always all in constant fight or flight mode, right? So like, yeah, I wonder how much of it is that. But it's hard to argue now at this point, right, that it's not helpful.
Right. And then the other thing that I saw was, you know, we've all seen those prescription drug commercials where it's like it gives you the 100 side effects of it, you know.
Bro, some of them shits be deaf, and I'm like, the fuck? How you? It'd be like, you know, like I think
I'd rather be sad.
It'd be like, in very few cases, yeah, that may lead to death, and you're like, bro, like, yeah, just let me be sad, dog. Right. Like,
I'd rather bleed from my ass.
Yeah, can I keep emphysema? I'll keep the emphysema. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm taking it so I don't die. What you mean the causes death? That shit is crazy, bro.
But the other thing, so that's the other piece where it's like you get people that are not experiencing these side effects or getting addicted to you know, to these prescription drugs, which we know that happens all the time.
So bad, bro. Like, how many people do you know, are just addicted to prescription drugs that are just, and they're just so easy to get your hands on these days, man. Like, you can fake whatever and then get your and then I think doctors, bro, I've had scenarios where doctors are so quick to give me shit. I'm like, you ain't even finished hearing me out, bro. Like, they're just like, oh yeah, take this, and it's just like, right. And I mean, a lot of that has to do. We could spend a whole podcast just talking about that, about how a lot of doctors are incentivized by sort of big pharma to hand out these prescription drugs and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's
that's the other thing. They said that part of this is because there's also been a decrease in visits to the primary care physicians. So you go like, I wonder, right? Like, is it like, do they have enough? Like, will they have enough business to sustain if that trend continues, or does something else happen? You know, like is it? Does it actually hurt the doctors in the long run? Which it shouldn't, right? We have plenty. Listen, go fucking cure cancer.
No, you're gonna get bro. You're gonna eat so much on weed that there's gonna be more high blood pressure things, more obesity,
more diabetes,
and that leads to more disease, which will lead to more money. Like, it's a never ending circle, bro. It's like I would say, I'm trying to think of like. As I say, I haven't smoked weed enough to like think about if it's benefited me in those ways. I will say, I guess in a sense, I have experienced the focus aspect of it, where like I mean, and you know me, like I'm bouncy as fuck.
And that helps you focus?
It has. It doesn't always. Okay. Because in other ways, it also just takes me out. Like like I check out where I'm just like, I kind of just want to go to sleep. Like, so it does
okay,
do that for me. So if I'm high strung, like if I'm just like antsy, like I can see it helping that. But in terms of like focusing,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps sleep.
yeah, it's definitely helped me sleep. It's definitely helped me with back pain. I remember when I suffered from back pain really bad, and then I was doing like the whatever, whether it was the oils or whatever, and it did help from that perspective. But again, I wonder if a lot of that was like it just put me out, like it just helped me sleep. Which again, it was a win at the time because I couldn't sleep. So
Yeah.
It's odd,
So,
man.
shout out to Cornell.
Yeah, bro,
and their,
that's
and their
fine.
students that are
Ivy
that are
League
doing
kids,
the,
man.
Yeah, that's it, man. Ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, listen to them. They're a lot smarter than the rest of us, on paper anyway.
What you got for your carbon
Listen,
footprint?
my carbon footprint had to be, bro, my favorite Napoleon complex hero. He is the governor of Florida, your future president. Or he may be fucking that up this week. Fucking Ron DeSantis, bro. And I feel like we might have used him before now that I'm saying it out loud.
Really?
Have we used Ron, Lil Ronnie?
I don't think
know.
so.
Bro, Ron is on a run this week, bro. You see all the shit he doing, man?
Dude.
He trying to fit a lifetime of governmentship into like 2 weeks, bro. He's
I know
like-
he did the Disney shit, right? I don't. What is he
the
trying to do?
Disney shit
there?
is wild. So Disney, I mean, he's going after Disney because he feels like Disney has too much power in the state of Florida. He's not wrong about that, probably. But you could argue whether or not that's good or bad. Because,
Right.
Yeah. So, and the reason he got into it because Disney opposes his the what we've sort of coined as the "Don't Say Gay" bill, but the actual name of it is like what is it? The
It's a
Parental Rights
and Education.
and Education Act. Yeah. So so Disney opposed that, and Disney opposed that because a lot of the Disney employees who are gay, like having worked at Disney, like a good population of the employees at Disney were gay, and so they sort of gave Disney shit, and Disney now is like pushing him to go like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? We're gonna repeal this bill, yada yada.
But which, by the way, right, like that, it doesn't say anything about saying gay or gay. There's nothing that verbiage is not in the bill.
No.
From what I read, it's basically saying like anyone that's like third grade and below, and that may be expanded at some time, but at third grade and below, like don't talk about different genders. Like don't have those kind of like
Sex and gender
sex and gender
all that,
conversations.
yeah. Which
right?
I don't
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Yeah, and the thing, like, here's what I think about it. I think because obviously they've coined this as a "Don't Say Gay" bill, and so that's all people sort of see and hear and all that. But I also go like, dude, what if you are someone who's like pro-gay, and then you have a teacher who's anti-gay, and so now you're gonna have this teacher in second grade sort of pushing their ideology on your kid. So this could work against you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we've coined this thing as it's a "Don't Say Gay." No, man. They're saying like teachers should be out of that business. Period. Like the flip side to that is this teacher could also be anti anything. Could be anti-gay, anti-trans, anti gender neutral, anti anything. And now they're pushing their ideology on their kid, whatever that is. And so I don't know that it's teachers' jobs to sort of do that. Like, bro, go teach them how to count. Like, I don't give a fuck about like at home. We'll give them the foundation to sort of like be able to make those decisions on their own. I don't need you to teach them about their gender and sex and yada yada yada. Not in second grade or first grade or kindergarten. So I don't necessarily disagree with the bill. I also don't know enough about it, admittedly, to know okay, where are the sort of caveats in it? What is it that's driving these people crazy? Or are they just literally hearing, oh, it's "Don't Say Gay," and that's what we run with? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like the whole defund the police. People hear that shit and they just run with it.
Right.
They don't really like back
It
into
was
it.
the media, bro. Like the media
course.
presents it like that, and then that's how it's taken kind of at face value. And then if you don't like what those words are, then you're okay. I'm against it.
Yeah, parental rights protection, whatever, doesn't get the clicks, bro. And so the
Right.
"Don't Say Gay" gets the clicks on either side.
Dude, it's like the Obamacare, man.
Yeah.
That shit is called the Affordable Care Act.
Yep, but Affordable Care Act sounds too good, so we're gonna call it
We gotta
Obamacare
call-
because
yeah,
if you
because-
hate Obama,
That's
you're
right.
like, yeah, fuck this
You'll
guy.
go against it.
You'll go against it, man. So I feel like, I don't know that necessarily think that Ron is wrong. I feel like maybe he's picking the wrong battles for sure right now. But his beef with Disney is so like Disney opposes this bill. And due to a lot of pressure from the Disney employees, and so Disney has come out against it. And Disney is the largest single location employer in America, one of the largest employers in America, period. And then obviously, and we live in Orlando, so they have a ton of power and say, like, we always joke around, nothing happens in this city without Disney getting a say, right?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
nothing, right? Nothing of substance happens here that Disney doesn't sort of get a say in. And sort of Ron DeSantis has come out now and been like, nah, Disney got too much power, fuck that. Like, and I feel like a lot of this is the ego.
That's what it seems like, bro. It doesn't seem
sure.
like it's really warranted. I think it's almost like, oh, you're gonna go against my bill?
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, right.
And then, and because, dude, Disney is the largest donator for the Republican Party in Florida. Right? So he's literally biting the hand that feeds you. So you figure his own party's got to be like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, and maybe not in Florida because these guys are all supporting him. I also don't think, dude, in his like the things that he has said about Disney, I don't think he's wrong. I just think he's going about it wrong. But like, you know, he mentioned the whole like, oh, Disney's, you know, going against us and saying they're going to pull this and that. But like, they're still doing things in China, specifically in a region where they have the Uyghurs, you know, allegedly in the concentration camps. I think we can remove the allegedly from that. It's fucking China. I'm pretty sure they have them there. But like, so he's going like, yo, so you'll do that, but you'll also remove a gay scene from a movie to drop in China. You also do like, that's hypocritical as fuck. Like, where are your human rights then? Where are your gay rights then? Like, when it comes to sort of the almighty dollar. And I don't think he's wrong. I'm like, that's fucking true, bro.
Yeah, but you just go, you probably picking the wrong fight.
For sure.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
I just think he should stay in his lane.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah, I just think he should stay in his lane because the other thing he's messing with right now is the Reedy Creek Improvement District, right? So the Reedy Creek, if you don't live in Florida, or you've never been to Disney World is sort of its own self-contained city, if you will.
Yep.
Literally, the Reedy Creek Improvement District gives them special privileges to operate as their own government. So Disney runs their own fire department and police force, and which means they maintain their own roads. They maintain all that, you know, the greenery. All of it.
They don't
sort
have
of
cops,
support.
though, right?
I think they have like security or like some sort
security.
of police force that's within Reedy Creek though. So they definitely have like their own. I don't know how much power they have per se, but they definitely have their own security.
I'm pretty sure I've seen, you know, Orange County.
Yeah, and they definitely have a fire department. They have so they operate very much as their own government, which also means they self-fund it. So Disney obviously makes a lot of money. They bring a lot of jobs, and so they also take care of that on their own. He's trying to get rid of sort of the special district that I think that's what the label's called of Reedy Creek, which basically means like, nah, bro, we own you now. So Reedy Creek then becomes the problem of Osceola County and Orange County. Yeah, which in theory sounds cute. He's going, nah, we're going to take away your power. You guys run this. But, dude, what happens to those fire departments that those guys run? What happens to all that maintenance that those guys do? What happens to, more specifically, dude, I was reading sort of like the legislature on what this means, sort of from all angles. And there is a bill, and I don't know where it came from, but something tells me that someone really smart at some point said, like, yeah, if somebody tries to do this, we're going to give you something to think about.
Yep.
If you remove these special district privileges from that entity, then the state assumes the debt service of that entity for that specific thing. Meaning, like, so Reedy Creek, which is what it's called here, holds a certain amount of debt that now becomes a problem of Orange County and Osceola County and the taxpayers in that county. And to date, that debt service is about $1 billion, and not to mention probably another close to $1 billion in operational costs that they have to do with the fire department and all that stuff. So, like, while it's cute to go like, nah, we're going to take that away, like, who pays the $2 billion for that, bro?
Right.
Like, is it taxpayers? Like, then if so, then we should get a vote. Like, so if we're on the hook for that, you know, I forget, somebody did the breakdown, dude. A family of 4, it's about $2,200, because if you break that down between how many people are in Orange and Osceola County, it's like each one of us is shoving out $2,200 in our taxes to pay for this. Because he got butthurt because he's fucking soft or whatever, like, because Disney went against his bill. Like, it's just, I feel like these guys don't, I find it hard to believe that he doesn't know the implications of this, but also if you're going to propose this, then how are you paying for the rest of this stuff? Like, and also, what happens if Disney just goes, all right, bro, we're leaving? Like, you know, like, I know it sounds far-fetched. Yeah, and it sounds far-fetched, and I bet you that's what he's going, like, oh, what are they going to do, leave? Bro, bigger corporations have done a lot. Yeah, and Disney just left Cali. A lot of their corporate office, like accounting jobs, and
is that right?
Yeah, dude, they're building a facility here in Lake Nona that's about 2,500 jobs that moved from California to there for something similar, where California was fucking around, and Disney was like, yeah, nah, it's getting too expensive. Then you guys are passing all these bills, like, we're out. And so obviously they have their park, they have to operate there. They always have that there.
Yep.
But Disney has a massive presence here on a corporate level that they can just go, yeah, no, we don't have to do that anymore, dude. We'll take that out there. This is one of the most visited cities in the world because of that company. I just feel like you're barking up the wrong tree. I don't think you're going to win that battle, man. Like, inevitably.
Yeah, but this doesn't look like he's going to stop.
No, he's not, but the deeper pockets win every time, bro. Like, and Disney's gonna have an unlimited, like, the war chest is unlimited, and I feel like you're gonna let your ego kill your. I think it's career suicide because honestly, Ron DeSantis is probably a front runner for a president, at least presidential candidate, like to get the nomination of his party. I think all these things sort of people start to go like, bro, like you're kind of a loose cannon here now, like. Pick your battles, dude. Like, you did a lot of great stuff for the state during COVID.
Yep.
You're sort of like unwinding all this stuff that you've done now, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, he's got that. He's also got he passed that abortion. He signed that abortion bill, which essentially says you can't have an abortion past 15 weeks. So you better make up your mind. I know we talked about last week. Texas has like 6 weeks, right? Or Oklahoma, one of them two, or both of them.
They might be both.
I think they may be both. Which 6 weeks you don't even really know.
No,
but this
15 weeks might be enough time. I think what I don't know the nuance, but like I guess you have to give them freedom in certain instances post 15 weeks to change their mind. I guess like I don't know, medical instances or.
I want to say I don't. I'm thinking that this one also is like the rape or incest doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay. Well, again, if rape or incest, then at 15 weeks, you should know whether or not. That's almost 4 months in, right? Like, yeah, you should know at that point in time. But again, I don't know enough, man. Yeah.
And I'm a pro-choice guy.
Yeah.
But I did listen to him and then others that were sort of in his entourage speak on the bill. And a lot of them were women, right? And I could empathize with what they were saying, and not that I agreed with it, but I could empathize with it. And then afterwards, so my wife is also pro-choice, but I go, yo, not for nothing. Like, at what point is it not okay to abort, or is there a point? Like, if it's a true pregnancy is what, like 10 months?
Yeah, I think
right.
So.
No, I know like the round number is always like 9 months, but I want to say it's like
a
10
little
month.
over. Yeah.
So like, should you be able to abort at 8 months? Because at some point the kid could survive.
Yeah,
on its own.
On its own.
By coming out early.
Yeah. Do you give them up for adoption? Do you go past this? You're allowed to give them up for adoption.
Well, I think you're always allowed to do that.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Like, why not?
That's
always
an option. I'm just wondering, like at what point is it not okay? So even if you go, 15 weeks is super early, it's not developed. I think that the 15 weeks was like heartbeat, brain waves, and something else. There was a few things where they go like, yo, like it's a human at this point.
I think where I go with that though is what happens if at 6 months you find out that this baby has something that severely impacts its quality of life.
And there could be all kinds of stipulations to this.
Yeah, and I don't know. That's the part where I'm always like,
I'm gonna go. Everything being normal, is there a point at which we deem as a society it's not okay?
Well, that's the problem, right? Is we don't. We can't all agree on that.
No.
The problem is that, like, if you ask a religious person, right, they're gonna have theirs.
Yep.
If you ask, women, men, I think everybody's gonna have a different opinion on what they think a life is, on what they think, the right time. Yeah, the problem here is that we can't all agree on what that is. Like, and I don't think we ever will, because there's so many people who are gonna go, yeah, 8 months is a little too far along. Like, I might even, like, I'm thinking about that, I'm going, that's a little squeamish, because I think about, like, my daughter was premature, was born at about 8 months. She's a whole person, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I go,
yeah.
And then I go, okay, why are you aborting her? Are you aborting her? Because I've also had family members that were born with issues and died in infancy.
Yep.
And so, and they were full-term babies. And so I'm going, in those scenarios, those poor kids had to suffer for a week or two or whatever it was, and then go. So is it more humane to, like, I don't know what the answer is there, man. I don't know. It's strange. I feel like each circumstance, like, we should be allowed to look at each circumstance individually and go, like, okay, like, if the baby's perfectly fine, I think at 8 months, if you decide that, then they should be like, no, man, just put it up for adoption. Like, if you really don't want it, like, why would you kill it at that point? Like, right. I could see that argument, right? But I could also see it like 4 or 5 months, because I know people. Dude, I know someone who's really close who had their daughter same time as mine, who she only made it like 5 months along, and had the baby. Baby was like months in NICU or whatever. Full grown kid now, like perfectly fine, right? So like, it's hard, but I also, again, man, I also feel like I shouldn't have a say in that. Like I'm like, yo, as a woman, I don't know what it's like to go through that and carry that and have that. Like, I feel like if you did get to 8 months and you were a woman who I got pregnant, I might be like, bro, if you don't want it, like, can you just have it? Like, I'll take it off your hands, kind of thing. Like, right. Maybe, but I also don't know that you're the one putting your body through that, right? Like, I don't know.
So if you're, that's actually a good point. So if your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, right, gets pregnant, decides she doesn't want it, are you at liberty to go, can you please have it? I'll take it.
I think you can have the conversation. I don't think that she's obligated to listen, because at the end of the day, right, like, it's probably an over dramatization, but in the same way it's not. I go, if she goes through labor, the health risks for the woman are greater than mine, right? Like I have no risk, right? But as a woman, you have all kinds of complications that can happen. Although rare, they could happen. Yep. So I feel like from that perspective, I understand where it should fully be in control of their hands, and then it becomes a question of morally, are you obligated to at least have that conversation with that partner and go, hey man, like, I don't want this, bro, but if you want it, like, and that's why I feel like we can't have this like one size fits all mentality when it comes to this, man. Like, we should have some kind of open dialogue to go like, yo, this is a case by case thing. Like, there isn't a one size fits all, because every situation is different. Like the same way I could look at it and go, yo, at 8 months, that's probably a little too far along. I don't know that I agree with that. I could also justify that if at 8 months you find out this kid's severely thinking he's going to be, in a bed his entire life and can't talk and can't move and doesn't have communication skills, whatever, like, you go like, that's a pretty shitty quality of life. It's also, again, it's kind of a burden on someone forever. Like, if the government's making me have that, like, are you also supporting that? Like, I guess you could argue that Social Security or disability or whatever pays for that kid. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like there isn't a one size fits all rule that you can like stamp onto all of these things. And I just don't feel like it should be me making. Like, I don't feel like no one with a penis should make that call.
Yeah, and actually, it's actually odd to me that they would even put the time frame on it, whether it's 6 weeks or 15 weeks. It's almost like it should be like all or nothing. Like, either it's allowed or it's not. Yeah. My opinion. It should always be the choice of the woman. I think there's a lot of, and I think on both sides. I think having an abortion probably causes emotional scars
for sure
within a woman, but having a child in a bad situation and with maybe a woman who's not mentally stable could cause equally, like, rash shit to happen on that side too.
Yeah, generationally, right? Like, who's to say it stops with that one kid, right? So it's just, I feel like we try to resolve, like, there isn't a rule that fixes everything, and I feel like we're trying to find like the solution to this to go, nope, it's this. And I feel like it's not there. Like, I feel like like you said, like, even them putting a date on it, it's like, why even put a date on it? And then also, it's like, it's never like medical professionals like making these rules or laws or whatever, right? It's just some fucking white guy, bro, behind a desk going like, yeah, I don't like it. Like, it's never like, there's never a real rationale behind it. Like, every time I hear these guys talk, it's like some fucking biblical like thing, or it's like, they just don't like it's never like backed by science or like a real I think the intent isn't ever like looking out for the woman or looking out for society, looking out for the person. It's always pushing their own agenda, their own belief. It's never in the best interest of the people.
Yep.
And so like I just hate that we have this like sort of system where these guys make rules based on what they like, you know, and then
Or what they believe. Yeah.
And the problem with like even if they put things up to vote for the people is that the people are fanatical in that person. They're not necessarily fanatical in maybe that person's beliefs, but because they believe that, they just go like, nah, man, so and so believes that, like we got to do it, you know, like it's just weird.
And people got to understand, man, when you have a belief, like that's great for you,
For sure, yeah.
But it's, in my opinion, man, it's wrong to try to impose your beliefs on someone else. No matter how strong your beliefs is, if you believe in, you know, a higher power, and maybe you believe that higher power, you know, feels that way, you know, still you have to understand that that's not for everybody.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't want to take away your right to believe that and practice that. But I also don't want you to take my right to not. And so like, and I feel like that's where we get like caught up in this whole like. I think you could apply this to everything, man. Even like this whole woke culture where we're just like, nah, bro, if you don't agree with me, like, fuck you. Like even like the far left, it's like they're like anti-bullying and this and that, but we're fucking bullies to people who don't believe like the same thing.
That.
Yeah, it's just,
if you don't believe in anti-bullying, then
fuck you, and then we're gonna bully you online.
Yeah,
like
cancel you.
It's just super strange, man. Like I think we've lost this like sense of like, yo, we can disagree on shit. Like it's okay. Like it's fine. There isn't like there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to like everything. Like we're allowed to disagree and have dialogue and have whatever, and that's what sort of moves us forward. But like we're just like in this space where it's just like, nope, it has to be this, and then it has to be this, and then the people who govern, unfortunately, are just like, it has to be this, and there's never really any real dialogue or way to like sort of move the conversation forward, man. It's a little odd. I don't know. It's like. It's so strange, man, because if you explain that concept to someone, bro, if an alien landed here on Earth and you explain to them the concept of like our political system right now, of the two-party political system, and they'd never heard of it, and you go like, yeah, that's how we come up with, you know, like laws and this and that, and they'll be like, yeah, these people believe in these guys and they're the red team, and these people believe in these guys and they're the blue team, and these guys, like, I feel like if someone would look at you and go, that's fucking stupid. Like, what
it's
about?
It's just ideas.
That's all it is, dude.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, people subscribe to them. It's like a sports team, and we cheer for them, and like, you know, we you know, whoever scores the most points wins, and at the end of the day, we give the most important job in the world in a popularity contest. Like, it's just like really, really strange, bro. Like, I feel like you explaining that to someone, like even saying it out loud, it's like, yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's just so, I don't know, man.
Well, dude, tell me about this. About this prisoner that got it all figured out.
Shout out to this prisoner, bro.
Well, first, shout out to Ron DeSantis for making the carbon footprint of the week. We'll see how your tenure goes.
Yo, right? Yeah, Ron, bro, just fucking put some spacers in your shoes or something, bro, and just get. It's always the little guys, bro. Get their shit.
Is he little, man?
Yeah, Ron is a small guy, bro. He looks small, bro. You see him? He talks small. Like, you ever seen him talk? He just talks like a little person. You know how little guys have this like real condescending tone all the time because they're used to people just looking down at them. Complex. It's what it is. I'm saying. Ron DeSantis.
Oh, like 5'9".
Look at that. Oh my God. See,
you can't have a president at 5'9".
No, bro. I can't respect you at 5'9", bro. How you gonna stand next to Putin at 5? I know Putin's small too, though. But still, I'm gonna put you next to Putin and you the same size? No, bro. At least look. Donnie was tall, bro. Donnie was a big boy. So at least he looked imposing. Like, I can't put you there, Ron DeSantis.
Oh yeah,
he's out, bro.
So I don't know what the hell. So I'm looking at Putin's height.
Yeah.
168 centimeters. Do the math.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know either.
Alexa.
Let me see. But he's 152 pounds, so that can't be more than about 5'5".
He's small, bro. Putin's a tiny dude, bro. He's really small. Yeah, it's always these little guys, bro.
Let's see. In feet. Oh, he's 5'5".
He's 5'5". It's always these small guys, bro.
No wonder he looks small at that big ass table.
I feel like there should be a height requirement for presidency. You know, there's an age requirement. I feel like you should be 6 foot minimum.
There needs to be an age maximum too.
Yo, yeah, for sure, bro.
Did you see your boy Biden shaking people's hands that wasn't there?
He can shake hands.
Did you see that?
No, he's shaking ghost hands. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Shaking hands.
He was shaking hands of his maker.
Dude,
he was giving a speech somewhere, and then he I guess he's done, and then he turns to the right, and then almost like he's expecting someone to be there. So he turns to the right, and then he reaches out his hand to shake someone's hand, but no one's there.
Yo, maybe there was somebody there.
And then he turns around, and he looks behind him, but like slowly. And then he kind of goes the other direction, and then walks off the stage. But you can see, like, you know, like everything is a slow movement, so it even makes it worse. Where like if you would figure out really quick that no one's there, so your hand goes down and then you just walk off the stage.
Yeah.
No, this dude is like dazed and confused, bro. And supposedly, bro, he told Obama that he's running again.
What?
Yeah, man.
There's no way, right? There's no way. You couldn't vote that guy back in, bro.
I don't think so, man.
There's no way, bro. He's doing that shit, dude. He's like, Kamala, where you at? I thought you was right behind me. They're like, sir, she's in Iraq visiting the troops. Remember? You were just on a conference call this morning.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, and he's like, come on, I thought that was Condoleezza. You can't, right? Like this, like
I would think not, man.
it's pretty rough to watch, bro.
Yeah.
Like that poor guy, let him retire, bro. Go off, like do his, like play with his dogs and whatever the fuck he wants to do, man. That shit is.
All right, talk to me,
bro.
Talk to me about the guy who got it all figured out in prison.
So this guy got it all figured out in prison, bro. I am so pissed off that I didn't think about this sooner, man. So this guy, bro, he is a transgender inmate at the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility.
Where's that?
It is in New Jersey.
Of course it is.
Of course it is, bro. So he was serving time at this correctional facility in New Jersey as a man who is now identifies as a woman, and he got 2 women pregnant within the facility.
In the first 2 months.
In the first 2 months of him being there.
I made that up.
I know. I'm going along with it because it made the story sound better. It don't even matter, bro.
So I'm assuming he's like transgender, probably taking the hormones,
I don't know. Still got a dick.
but still has a dick.
Yeah.
But right, taking the hormone treatments, I would assume.
Maybe. Do you have to, bro? If you're transgender, do you have to? Do you just say I'm a girl now or I'm a man now, and then just start dressing like one?
No, it has. I mean, there has to be rules, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's a problem. Like I don't know. I don't know,
right.
bro.
Because gender is not sex.
Exactly.
So then, wouldn't they make the jails like separated by sex and not gender?
But is that offensive? Someone gonna sue for this? At one point,
Dude.
yo, honestly, bro, this just goes to show, men, we get away with anything.
You know what it is, man? It's not just men, bro. It's fucking Jersey.
No, we made a. Nah, bro, we even made being a woman better. Like an actual woman wouldn't be able to get away with this.
Right? You get some nymph that goes like, I'm a dude.
I'm a dude.
And then she gets arrested.
And then commit a petty ass crime. Like, I just
yeah.
want to do 2 years. And then you be the only guy in an all women's prison, bro. It don't even matter what you look like. Bro, you just be.
Yeah.
Bro, this dude looks like a young Medea.
Without the wig. You got that Jada haircut.
Bro, he don't even look like he tried. Like, this dude is a man. And he just said, nah, I'm a girl.
Dude, you see that story in Jersey about the dude? Speaking of Jersey, man.
Careful now. Careful.
The dude that fucking this guy. They had like a fender bender. Like a not too crazy of an accident, where the guy tried to drive off, and then the woman that he had the fender bender with takes out her phone and starts taking pictures.
Okay.
Trying to get his license plate and stuff, right? Pictures of him, license plate, whatever. This dude backs up with his car and then chases her and runs her over, bro.
What?
Runs her over like in somebody's front lawn.
On camera?
Yeah. By this time, somebody else is recording.
Of course they are. Like, we should really tell her that he's coming after her. But
dude, she sees him coming and she starts to run, but the dude catches her, hits, bro. runs her over, bro.
Dude catches her.
Bro, he runs her over and then backs up over her again. But like just like with the middle of the car, so I think she was just kind of getting hit.
What?
Yeah, bro. And then goes over her again, and then kind of rounds out in the lawn, and then leaves.
What, bro? Does she? I mean, she survives.
She survives.
Okay.
She does survive.
Before I say, what? I don't. Fuck, bro. I don't even know what to say.
That's the people in Jersey, man. It's in I think it's a.
We're tired of living in the shadows, bro.
Elizabeth.
That's my town.
I knew it should sound familiar.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. We salty, bro, because Elizabeth is like, it's next door to Newark, right? Which is like the big city in Jersey, right? But it's not Newark. And then we're just across the Hudson to New York, but we're not New York. Like, we sick of living in the shadows, bro. It's moody people. Everybody in Jersey's just mad.
Well, this dude was older, man. He was 56.
Yeah, everybody in Jersey's just angry, bro. Like, for no reason. I don't like. I can't explain it. You know how there's certain places you go to, you're like, man, everybody just looks happy and they're like smiling, they're doing stuff. Not in Jersey, bro. Everybody looks miserable. Like, I don't remember one person that I saw that I went like, you look happy to be alive in New Jersey, like, ever.
That was like Detroit. No, sorry, no one was there.
Yeah, so you saw people.
It must have been Cleveland.
Hey, Jersey's weird, man. Like, there's a very distinct right personality and shit that we do and all that, but there's also like this like little brother complex, I feel like, in New Jersey, where it's like we sort of identify with everything New York, but we're not New York, and we're constantly reminded by people from New York that we're not New York when you live there, bro. So I'm saying, we're just mad, bro. Just angry. Our weather sucks. Like, although I would say summertime Jersey is pretty dope, but like there's just nothing good. Like, nobody ever goes like, yeah, I'm going to Jersey.
No, like for vacation.
Nah, I mean unless
Atlantic
you live in the
City,
tri-state area, yeah, you go to
maybe.
Atlantic City, Wildwood, Seaside, like you might go Kingsburg, like the shore for sure. But that's only if you live there, right? You ain't driving from Kansas to go to the Jersey Shore, right? Like, yeah, you're going to Florida.
Maybe after the
Myrtle Beach, or
maybe after the show.
Yeah, that's true. That probably gave them a little boost.
Right.
The sad part is that's exactly how everybody was in that bitch, bro. Like the way those kids were on that show, that I when initially came out, I was like, why are we laughing? I was like, those are all my friends growing up. Like, it's and the show is I'd say it's a good representation of like every sort of demographic there, because that's also a lot of those guys are from like Jersey or like Staten Island or all that stuff. They just go vacation at the shore, and that's exactly what it's like there, bro. It's just a bunch of meatheads and like not so smart Italian broads just doing wild shit. It's so on brand. Like, the show was like, you can't even, like, if you're Jersey, you can't even be like, yeah, I'm gonna sue MTV for like false representation. Like, you can't. It's hit the nail on the head.
Well, keeping it up in the tri-state area. Did you see your boy DJ Envy came out with a book?
All right, so Envy got like 19 kids, right?
I think he has like 6 kids. Right. But he came out with a book recently, and it's called, let me get this right, Real Life, Real Love, Lessons on Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Held Us Together. Okay. So it's about his marriage
and thing. Okay, and if y'all don't know, DJ Envy is part of the Breakfast Club, probably one of the biggest syndicated radio shows in the country right now. But Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy. So he's and he also does a bunch of real estate stuff and all that. But yeah, he's high school sweethearts, right?
Yep. And from like the time that he was 15, I think.
Something like that, like really long. And then he's got.
Maybe she was 15 and he was 16, but they're like a year apart.
Yeah, a year apart, and then they've got like 6 kids together, something like that.
6 kids.
Oh, that's a lot of kids. Oh,
and they've been married for, I want to say like 22 years. I want to say they got married in like either 2000 or 2001.
Okay, because Zena's in like his mid 40s, right? Mid to
he's definitely
early
in
40s.
his 40s, but I don't know how old he is.
Okay, this is the dude who he tried to fight on that show because they said something about his wife. Remember that shit, bro? He tried to fight.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, he tried to fight. Like, somebody came on. It wasn't Jesus and Meryl. Like,
yes,
was it Jesus and Meryl?
I want to say it's them. He don't try to fight them, but he kind of like
he walked off the show.
Oh,
did he
shit.
walk off the show?
No.
Where he was like, "Nah, man, y'all talking about my wife?" Like, they said some shit, He was kind of being real bitch about the whole situation. But anyway, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, so they came out with this book, and you guys can go read the book yourselves. But one of the things that came out of it was that his wife said she did an orgasm for like the first 10 years
Damn.
of their relationship, bro.
I feel like that's probably more common than we think.
10 years, bro?
I mean, I don't know about the time frame, but I feel like women faking it, like, yeah, I feel like that's pretty common.
I wouldn't say that.
You ever faked it?
No, I don't think. No.
No?
I don't think so, man.
Dude, 10 years. So she didn't come at all for 10 years?
Be careful what you say.
How many people listen to this?
I don't think so, man. Not like, no.
But did she say why? 10 years, dude?
I think what she said was, essentially, she didn't want to like bruise his ego.
Okay.
So like she cared about him.
Yeah.
And so, and then it's not kind of just like, oh shit, like, you know, he was thinking during that time period, like, oh, like, yeah, like I'm putting in work, like she's enjoying it, and you know, she's orgasming,
yeah.
Right?
Yo, women have this crazy way of bruising your ego and telling you they were trying not to bruise your ego. That shit was selfish as fuck, bro. She could have, cause you know, in there she like, bro, just hurry up, dog. Like, I got shit to do.
Dude, and then you know the internet is fucking brutal. So I saw a meme, bro, and it's like these two black dudes walking in like zoot suits, right? Like Diddy bopping through the street, and the caption was Will Smith and DJ Envy going to get humiliated by their wives.
Also, bro, aren't you doing yourself a disservice?
If you're the woman, yeah, like you should be giving instruction.
That's what I'm saying. Give me some instructions, bro. Point me to give me the map. I don't give a fuck. Like,
but then there's some women that like, at least they claim like they can't orgasm, right?
Because they've never done it. Yeah,
I wonder if that was maybe part of it, where you just go like, oh, like this is just what it is.
Maybe.
But especially being like, you know, like I said, like who knows when they began having sex, but let's say within the first 2 years they're having sex. She's, you know, 16, 17.
Let's say 18 for the sake of the show.
No, fuck that, man. We know, man.
We don't know, Sean.
Man, we know, bro. Dude, I gotta let me not even. I ain't calling out no relation or nothing. But I know at least two people that got like 15-year-olds pregnant.
They were over 18.
Yeah. No, I don't believe so.
Fake ass Puerto Ricans, bro. I
know. But no. Like
I can name two in my family. But what are you talking about?
No, but you know what? One of them was definitely like either 18 or 19. And I remember when I found out, I told the guy, I was like, yo, man, I heard she's 15. And that motherfucker told me, she don't look 15.
Hey, Joe, in defense. The sad part is, bro, I don't know a single female in my family that wasn't pregnant at 15.
You guys broke the trend.
My sister broke the trend, bro. Every other female in my family, bro, you got to 16 in my family, you have kids. They were like, yo, what's wrong
with you?
You okay?
They trying to marry you
having
off?
trouble? Yeah, you having trouble finding? It becomes like an arranged marriage at that point in time. Like, the people next door got a really nice son. Like, yeah, he's 43. Like, I'm 12. I'm trying to go to class tomorrow, bro. Puerto Ricans be wild. We got a whole saying for that, for the cousin thing. You ever los primos se primen because we smash cousins? You ever heard that saying in Puerto Rico, bro? There's a saying in Puerto Rico that go los primos se primen, which is basically like cousins squeeze each other, like basically like rub each other out.
Right.
That's how fucking wild we are. Is that it's so common to fuck your cousin in Puerto Rico. that we got a whole saying, and and people be saying that shit loud and proud,
And that shit is polite.
and it's polite, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Dude. We're a weird bunch, bro. So yeah, definitely in my family, I'm gonna have some underage pregnancies, to say the least. Anyway, carry on with the orgasm. Yeah, 10 years, huh?
10 years. I think that's a bit much. But if you go again, like, who knows, like, who she was talking to, if she just figured, like, maybe I just can't, right? Because there's women that have a really hard time with it.
I'm not, I feel like as a dude, bro, I'm not proud. I'm not that proud that you can't be like, yo, man, whatever you're doing right there is not working. Because I want you to enjoy that shit, too. So, tell me. And then figure that shit out. Or we'll figure out that you can't. And I'll be like, sucks for you, bro. I'll be getting mine. but, like, if you don't tell me, like, I just feel bad. Like, you go 10 years, bro, you would just, I mean, not to say that it's not enjoyable, but you didn't really get, like, fulfilled, I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, man.
Oh, 10 years, bro.
And then, like I said, they're dating, and then she still decides to marry the dude, right? So
yeah, so it didn't matter to her.
Right, it didn't matter to her. Dude, I saw this shit the other day, man, on remember the old show Martin? Mm-hmm. So it was the episode where Martin and Gina got engaged, and they were like, Martin was like, yo, like they're in the house amongst their friends, and they're like, yo, show him the ring, and Cole is like their fucking, like the stupid guy, right? It's like the stupid friend, right? And he goes, and he was like, oh man, that's a sweet ring, Gina. And he looks at Martin, and he goes, what'd she get for you? And then she said something corny like all of my heart and all of my love for the rest of my life.
She said something corny.
Cole goes, you got gypped, bro. No, he goes, you got played, bro. It's like, sounds to me like you got played, bro. It was the first time that I looked at Cole and I'm like, fucking A, you got a point.
You right, bro. You right, bro. So right, bro. Like, what you got? Oh man, yo, they're doing a reunion show to that. I know that's your jam.
I've been, but for years been seeing that. Are they actually doing it?
They're gonna do like what they did with the whole Friends thing, where they're just gonna do like on the Fresh Prince thing, like where they just do a reunion show where they bring the cast back and they talk about it, but not like an episode. It's just one of those things. Like I think they did it for like Harry Potter, where they brought him back for like 20-year anniversary of the movie. Did you ever see the Fresh Prince one? It's on like HBO Max. It's cool. Like they bring back the cast and they start talking about the whole shit. So
do they bring back both the moms?
Yes. They
do. They do.
And it's the first time her and Will talk since their whole falling out, which is kind of cool. And they talk about why they had that falling out or whatever. Like, it's pretty cool. I actually watched the Friends one, and I'm not a big fan of the show Friends.
I wasn't a fan of that.
But I just watched that reunion show, and it actually made me want to go back and watch some of the episodes. Like I was like, oh, cool, I'll check it out. But like, because I always thought Friends was kind of corny.
I did.
But I can appreciate like the humor in it now more than I could have maybe 5 years ago. But so for Martin, I think they're gonna do the same thing here soon.
Oh, that should
be kind of dope because him and Gina had that like they hated each other, right? Like, so that would be cool to hear that.
Yeah, because I think like he was like jealous. She was dating Martin. I forget his last name. It's another Martin.
Yeah,
or Dwayne Martin. Isn't it like Dwayne Martin or some shit like that?
She was married to them. Well,
she married that guy.
Marrying them.
Yeah. She wound up marrying him, and I think at the time like Martin Lawrence was almost like, no, like that's like you're my girl, but they weren't.
Yeah.
And that he would do like inappropriate shit, like when they would have their little scenes and stuff. And then she gave him plenty of warnings, and then finally was just like, nah, like fuck
because
you.
That's why like in the last season you barely see them together, right?
Not the whole season, but it's definitely like the last. They had like a falling out, and then I think they just said, yo, we gotta finish this season. And then so you could see the episodes where they're never in the same scene together, and the storyline kind of goes to like they're in different cities, and then there's certain episodes where it's like an episode that's focused on Pam. You know what I mean? And another like a spin-off storyline to her where you're just like, man, like as a fan, I remember just going like, Man, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, what are they
where is
doing?
that? Yeah, what are they doing?
Because I don't think we knew that at the time.
No,
That came out.
I know.
I definitely didn't know.
Yeah, it's before social media and all that shit, man.
Yeah, dude. The access we have now, man, is great. I think I don't know that I almost I guess forgot how to appreciate the access that we have now, because those are things that at that point in time you're just like, oh yeah, this show sucks now. Like the writers got horrible, but really you didn't know what they were working with at the time with that whole nonsense, man.
Yeah, Dwayne Martin. That was the guy's name. Okay.
Yeah, you seen Shawty in New York?
No, man. Talk to me about New York,
bro.
I was just there, man.
Yo, you probably should have stayed, bro, because you based on this shit, yo, this chick in New York in 2020 made $150K a year.
On what?
She's helping people name their babies.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, so she was just coming up with names.
So like, is there like a website?
I guess, and there's her services, and some of them she was charging 10 G's a pop, but she helped over 100 people. Bro,
dude, what are you paying? Can't you ask your friends?
You know, you got so much money.
I don't feel like thinking about how to name this baby.
I'll name some celebrity. You know, celebrities too like to name their kids like weird shit, bro. Like I'll be like, bro, just give me a cool
Apple.
Yeah, Apple. I'll be
what
like,
is
it's funny. That's literally what I was thinking.
Whose kid is that?
A fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. But she's also the chick that got don't she got the candle that smell like her pussy?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you Google Gwyneth Paltrow candle, it's gonna say it smells like her pussy.
I'm afraid.
I'll do it because I don't want to look wrong.
We'll get fucking knocked on the door tomorrow.
See. Yep, by Gwyneth Paltrow. Let's see, Gwyneth Paltrow candle. I'm pretty sure that's what she said, bro. It's like the candle is, yeah, heretic. This smells like my vagina candle.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she means that or if she said that maybe to sell candles, but
well, sex sells.
Yeah,
so I can see it.
And we're all just weird. Yep, bro. The fucking label on the thing says this smells like my vagina.
So you got to figure that it's mostly celebrities that would pay somebody.
Yeah, people with the means,
or not necessarily celebrities, but somebody with money.
Yeah, people with the means to do it. But like, yo, bro, you could just come up with anything, bro. You'd be like, yeah, bro, banana split. They'd be like, all right, bet. And then you just go on. Middle name split, first name banana.
Bro,
dude, like $150K a year. Shout out that. I guess she realized like, yo, there's a market for it, man. Like people need help doing this. Like it.
Yeah, I guess. Like, is she still in business? Is there a website?
Ooh, that's a good question, bro. Let's find out.
Well, while you look that up,
yeah.
Speaking of freaking celebrities, man, did you see Khaled got his name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Yeah. Is there a criteria for that, bro?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But you know what? That guy, every time you hear someone, like not him, but if you hear someone talk about him, they talk about like his insane like work ethic. Like the guy works like crazy. So I was listening this week to the Brilliant Idiots podcast. If any of y'all listen to that, they have a guy on there. So they got Charlamagne the God, which is from the Breakfast Club. And he does other things as well. What's the show that he has on?
Who?
Charlamagne.
Oh, God's Honest Truth. Is it?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He does Breakfast Club, God's Honest Truth. Yeah, and then the Brilliant Idiot, and then he owns a bunch of like shit on Audible, and he's got the Black Effect Podcast Network and all that. Yeah.
So, but it's Charlamagne the God, Andrew Schultz, and then Wax, who, again, I haven't been listening for that long, but I think he was like maybe Charlamagne's bodyguard at some point. But he is like the guy on the show that's like your stupid friend that just comes up with shit that you're like, what? So anyway,
you be wondering how they made it to adulthood. Yeah. So
on this topic, they talked about Khaled getting his name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then they were like, yo, like who were like the top 5 DJs that kind of made it from like just small time to like stardom, right? Okay. So they're naming these people, and then Charlamagne they're talking about people like Wendy Williams, obviously DJ Khaled. Okay. Then they mentioned like Ludacris. Wax goes, oh yeah, like Beetlejuice.
Oh, I did hear
Did
him
you hear that say that shit?
Is he a DJ, bro?
Who?
Beetlejuice.
No.
He was on Howard Stern, right? He's talking about that guy.
Yeah, the Down syndrome kid that Howard had on there with, what would they call it? The Rat Pack?
The Rat Pack. The Whack Pack.
The Whack Pack.
They
That's
call
what the
them
Whack Pack. That's what it was.
Call them the Whack Pack. Bro, maybe he thought DJ meant something else, bro. Maybe he did think it meant like Downsy something. Like.
But I was like, you know, one of those things, man. I remember listening to it and just going, shaking my head and going like, yo, like I know people that would say shit like
100%, bro. He was saying dumb shit all the time. We talk about this all the time. Well, he'll say some shit, and I'm like, fuck, I know somebody who would say something that's stupid, and I would still laugh. You know, because it's so absurd.
Dude, he's actually my favorite on the show.
He has slowly become that for me too, man. I used to be like, yo, they need to get rid of him. But now I go, yo, the most times I laugh on the show are because of him. Because he just says shit that are so stupid.
And then Schultz is so quick.
Oh, relentless.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
my God, bro. Yeah.
And he wasn't on this week, and I was like, I missed it without him.
Yeah, I did too. I almost never even listen. If he's not on there, I won't even listen. But I actually did listen this week. And it's funny because I was going to message you during it because I was like, yo, this guy, there was a couple things in there where he just said some wild shit. And I was like, this is, like, we all know somebody like this.
Yep.
Like, Wax is, like, 42% of our friends growing up in Jersey or New York. Or like, we all know guys like that. And then they hide behind, like he always uses religion as a reason to say stupid shit or to believe in stupid shit.
He believes in that
like,
shit, though.
Yeah, and you're just like, he'll be like, nah, man, God's gonna provide. Or like his stance on like women about certain things, or he'll be like, nah, that's why God like wanted you to like have that role kind of thing. And you're just
right.
Okay, bro. You're just like, sure. Like,
Shout out to the brilliant.
But yeah, those guys are fucking hilarious, bro. Schultz, man, shout out to Schultz. I think he didn't do it because he did Radio City on Saturday.
Yeah.
He did 2 shows in Radio City, sold out, man, back to back. And I think for him,
that's huge.
Yeah, he grew up in Manhattan, man. So that's like his, you know, I think the only thing bigger would be Madison Square Garden for him. So like I think you do Radio City as a kid from New York, man, that's huge, dude. And so to do 2 shows back to back on the same night, sold out. That's wild, man. Yeah, so yeah, I'm curious. I can't wait to see his special, man. Yeah, shout out to Schultz, bro. Yo, man, the New Zealand. Do you see fucking New Zealand? This whole thing they do. You know how you can have like emotional support animals here?
Yeah.
So New Zealand lets you have a thing called an emotional support person. So basically, and it's a thing at work, bro. Like if you feel like you're gonna get fired, you're allowed to bring an emotional support person with you to help you through the process of getting fired. So,
when do you feel like you're gonna get fired?
I guess when they go, we got a meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Or they go, or like what they had me do. They're like, tell so and so to come to the such and such conference room now.
Oof.
It's like,
have you had to fire people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awkward, bro. Because it's always like it's you. Even if they don't see it coming, the minute you tell them what room to report to, they know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man.
Dude, this one was, and then this one was like, okay, we're doing it now. Like, go get him and just have him come to such and such conference room. HR positioned, so strategically positioned me between the 2 women that were in the room, so that in case he
wilded out,
I could play security.
Frankly, bro, I think you should have sued for that because I thought it was supposed to be equality, and I feel like you guys should have been side by side, so you can equally take the damage of this guy. Bro, I had to fire this guy once at a place, and we had no security or none of that shit, and pretty terrible HR. And then, so not only am I firing him with the HR person, right, I have to then walk with this person back to their desk and then watch them pack it
their shit,
and then walk them outside myself to make sure that they do that shit. And I'm like, and I've never felt, bro, this guy was like, oh, he's definitely gonna murder me. Like, you know, like while he's doing this, I'm looking around going like, yeah, this guy's definitely gonna kill me. He may not do it right now, but he's coming back. Like it was like I don't. The whole thing was awkward, bro.
It is like one of the most uncomfortable things. And like you said, you go in the room, they announce it to the person. There's usually like, whoa, like why, you know? But by that time, there's really no explanations.
Right.
It's just like the decision's been made, you're gone, and then same thing. Like, walk him to his desk, make sure he doesn't blow shit up, make sure he only takes what's his, and
I don't
walk him out.
care, bro. At that point, bro, if you want to steal everything from your desk, I'm like, I just need you to leave, bro. I don't care. I don't care what you leave with. Like, I just need you to go. Like, that shit ain't mine.
You do like fucking Jerry Maguire. Yeah. I'm taking the fish.
The whole shit was just so awkward, man. I'm like, I don't know, man. But bro, like staying with the whole weird workplace encounters, dude. This guy in Kentucky, man, was like, oh wait, no, hold on. Let me finish telling you the dude from New Zealand. So New Zealand. So bro, this guy named Joshua Jack. So he got suspected that he's gonna get fired. So he's like, okay, I gotta bring my emotional support person. So he hires a clown for $200. And while he's being fired, the clown's providing comedic relief. Bro, put the guy's literally in full clown garb.
Now, is he doing that, I guess, to the room?
I guess you're supposed to perform for me. I'm the one getting fired. Like, hey, they don't need emotional support. But they get the benefits of a free performance. I'm like, emotional support. So I guess you can bring them for anything.
That's what I'm saying. What can you do? Like, is it just for like on the job?
Yeah, they just have a thing where you're allowed to bring, and you can even bring them for a promotion. So like to come when you celebrate. So it's an emotional support person, dude. And I'm like, and this guy, I guess he suspected, like, I'm definitely getting fired. They told him to come that next morning. Yep. So he hires the clown to help him feel better during the. I would do that just because it sounds funny as fuck.
Yeah, how we do it all the time, bro?
We're an hour 6 in, bro.
All right, check this out, man. I saw a story that I think they are building the future Carbon Footprint podcast hosts.
Ooh.
In an elementary school.
Let's go. Future, we're passing the baton.
There's an elementary school in Michigan where this child, it was a girl, she brought a drink to her class, and it was a pre-mix Jose Cuervo margarita mix.
The green joints. Yo, to be fair, she's not allowed to bring that water from Michigan to school.
Is that in what's that? Not
Flint, bro.
Flint. That's right. That's where it is.
She's like, I wanted water.
we can't bring that.
So I had to have the Cuervo,
bro. So what was great was like, so it was a few kids. I think she poured it for about 5 students. I think all 5, either 4 or 5 of them definitely took sips. One of them took like 4 or 5 sips.
She mixed the tequila because it comes without the tequila. You know what I'm saying? The mixer comes without it.
From what I understand, it was a pre-mixed drink, and of course, like, it looks like it could be a kid's drink.
Oh yeah. They're all colorful.
Yeah.
It's puckery as fuck. Yeah, right. It's like warheads and liquid warheads.
my guess, and then they didn't go into this in the article, but my guess is that it was already pre-mixed in the house, and she just brought it. Maybe her parents had it.
Hilarious.
So what I found to be even better was, like, one of the kids took like 4 or 5 sips and was like tipsy, dizzy, right? And so obviously the parents were outraged. But bro, how everybody tries to play the blame game. So the parents are pissed at the school. The school's like, yo, she brought it in her backpack. We do our best to make sure that we in a safe environment, but we can't check everything.
It could be Kool-Aid for
right?
it. I mean,
so then they're like, so the school goes, we're gonna hold the kid's parent accountable. Right, so it's like all this fucking blame game going on, and then furthermore, the school goes, and it's a travesty that Jose Cuervo makes an alcoholic drink that looks like a kid's drink. So it's just like everybody else's fucking fault. How about you got a badass kid in your class?
And the kid's still in the background, woozy as fuck. Like, mommy, my head hurt. Why is everything spinning?
Like, maybe you just got a badass kid.
Yo, for real, bro. And people don't take responsibility for their kids, like, most of the problem, bro. Have you ever heard a story about your kid from, like, a teacher or somebody else where you were like, oh yeah, that's not my child. Like, you know, people sound like my kid wouldn't do that.
Not never.
Never, bro. Every time anybody's ever like a
like,
teacher call me, I'll be like, yeah, that sounds just like them. Never, bro. I'm like, how much? I don't know, bro. Like, we all know our kids. Like, there's no way that people could be that blind to shit. Like, I've never heard a story from my kid where I wasn't like, yeah, that was definitely them. Bad, good, all of it, bro. Like,
Yep.
definitely my kid. Like, yeah, people are fucking crazy, bro. Hey man, we got. Oh man, I feel like we got to touch on this one before we go, bro. The dude, this fucking guy, bro, in Kentucky. So he tells his employer that he doesn't want them to celebrate his birthday. Okay. And I guess the company does like a big deal for people's birthdays. They do this whole thing. Anyway, the person, I guess, forgot and celebrated his birthday. Did a whole thing.
So he just, the company. So he didn't want them.
He
to
told
celebrate.
them not to. Don't celebrate me. I suffer from anxiety. I don't like, it's unwanted, so please don't do it.
Don't do it.
Well, I guess they did it anyway.
Okay.
The person alleges that they forgot that he had said that he didn't want a thing for his birthday, so it triggered a panic attack from this guy.
Okay.
Probably because he doesn't have enough to worry about. And then, bro, he sues. And he gets $450K.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro, because he had a panic attack because they threw him a birthday party.
And he wins?
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever had a panic attack?
No.
I've had one.
I don't think so.
I've had one, and I don't know if it was the heavy or mild or whatever. But I remember, for me, it was weird because it was like, it's almost like you're scared, like, because like something is happening. I don't necessarily scared, but it's almost like fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
But then like you're looking around and you're going, nothing is happening. Like why am I feeling like this? That was my reaction.
Yeah.
And I've seen people that have had them like pretty bad. Yeah, man, that's gotta suck. Now, are you if somebody purposely tells you, yo, don't do shit for my birthday? If it's within a few months, I'm remembering. I mean, if I've allowed a year to pass, maybe not.
Who knows? This could have been HR or whoever's in charge of birthdays at a company. Right. You know, like we've been at places where maybe there's one person who's in charge of like the birthday committee or whatever the fuck. And maybe they said it like a year ago, and I don't know, man. Should you be able to sue for that though, man? Like, bro, like they're gonna get to the point. It's not gonna. This is why we're at the point where people are afraid to do anything, bro. Like you're a company now. You go like, I can't celebrate employees' birthdays because this guy told me not to, and like that's cool. I can respect that, but I can get sued for fucking that up, like, and then cost me $500,000 because I fucked that up. Like. No one's gonna want to take the risk. Like it's like fuck that, bro. Just go to normal shit. Don't do nothing. Don't like. This is why we can't have nice things. Literally, it's just mind blowing to me that you can sue for that shit, bro. Like,
even earlier when we talk about DeSantis with his anti woke bill, like that one is targeting like corporate employee like training. If there's anything within the training that would make like a certain race feel bad about like their ancestors.
Okay.
You know, and so now if that passes, I'm not sure if it passed, but if it passes, the corporations will have to go and look at all of their training, and anything that could potentially go, hey, like this group of people kind of feel bad because of what happened to them historically, they got to remove that shit. Because if somebody takes the training and then feels like oh, now I feel bad about my people because of this training, they can sue.
But at what point do you water down everything because we're not all offended by the same thing?
Or you just take it out entirely.
I know, but then like, where do you draw the line on that? Yeah, what if I'm just like, yeah, at what point do they go like, yeah, I hate that you guys have, the harassment videos. It triggers me. Maybe I suffered from harassment at some point in time in my career, and I shouldn't have to watch your sexual harassment video. Like, it triggers me, and then I'm gonna sue you for like. There's just so like I feel like at some point in time, common sense has to take over some of this shit. Where like right now we're just like, you can sue and win because people threw you a birthday party and you suffered a panic attack. How about you get some therapy, bro? Like the fuck.
How about you take a Zoloft?
Yeah, chill the fuck out, bro. Like I don't know, man. I
just smoke weed.
It's crazy. Yeah,
It's
exactly. You're taking it right back full
in the,
circle, bro.
In the spirit of 420, if you feeling anxiety, smoke a little weed.
Smoke a joint. You'll chillax. You'll enjoy the birthday, and you'll eat all the cake. It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Shit might be real good that day.
Yeah, bro. Cake gonna be fire. You got that Publix frosting, bro. Shit slaps.
All right, bro. Tell them where they can find us.
Man, if you're not already following us, check us out at the Carbon Footprint Podcast on IG, on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I should probably say that at the beginning of the video. Fuck, man. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Stitcher, Amazon Music, all of it, man. We're on everything, man. So hit us up at Carbon Food Podcast on TikTok too. Yeah, man. Hit us up. Thank you guys for the support, man. Keep it coming.
Absolutely. As always, thank you guys for hanging out with us for 98 freaking episodes.
Yeah. Oof.
It's been fun. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.